Violent clash as Lagos clamps down on daring Okada riders. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. More than ever before, commercial motorcycle operators, popularly known as Okada riders in Lagos State, now constitute a menace to the residents and the government. Recently, they have become so daring and emboldened to act in manners detrimental to safe living in the society. Wow. Well, I don't think this fight against this fight against Okada, as they normally call it, is going to be won. Reason because Lagos is always having huge traffic. I mean, a place where it will take you less than 30 minutes to get to. The traffic will elongate it for you. You spend more than 2 hours. And somebody who does not know will never ever believe. And it's even worse. For instance, now you get to be at a place for 2 hours. And then, after that 2 hours, the road gets clear. Somebody coming behind you will not be able to believe. If that person is a Dalton Thomas, the person will say, I passed there now. One single hold up was not there. Now, apart from that, the way they are reckless in driving, sometimes you start asking if these people have spare lives in their various homes. The way they drive, there have also been incidents reported all round that there was a time where you hear that Okada, trailer, ran over an Okada passenger and all that. I think all these things constitutes the reason why Lagos State government would want to, tell them to pack their load and go. And of course, they don't drive with caution. A lot of them, they don't drive with caution. Like I said earlier before, they drive as if they have spare lives in their houses. They don't drive with caution. Before you know, you run over somebody if it is on the street. Before you know, they run over somebody. A lot of things. So. But why it will not be one is because huge traffics are always in Lagos. The Lagos State resident knows that there's huge traffic. So if I am going to be able to get to somewhere in 15 minutes, and you're telling me that you want to take away the thing that will make me get there in 15 minutes rather than 2 hours or maybe 3 hours or 4 hours plus, and then you're telling me you want to take it away, how do you want, how? Okada has been saving lives since 1900. Sincerely, it has been. If you ask most Lagosians, they will tell you same about that. So I do not think this war will be won. Sincerely, I do not think this war will be won. But let's see what the Lagos State government has in stock for these people. They operate with unregistered motorcycles and seem to be running a parallel government as they flagrantly disobey orders restricting them from plying certain routes. Besides assaulting other innocent road users at slightest provocation and attacking police personnel on duty have become the order of the day. Chijoke Iriameka writes on the need to check the incessant violence and vandalism of police stations and burning of police vehicles by the Okada riders. Okada riders would have given me beating on Sunday morning if not for my friends from 22 Road, who came at the right time and guarded me out of their hands while they were beating me. With these words, Mr. Jimmy Sholanke, a tailor and father of 4, recounted the maltreatment he suffered in the hands of Okada riders in Lagos. Sholanke, popularly known as Awilo, was last Sunday beaten to a pulp by Okada rioters while videoing a week-long clash that erupted between the police and the riders in Festac. Some police personnel had stormed 7th Avenue, impounded some commercial motorcycles, and took them away. The riders regrouped themselves, waylaid the police officers, and burned 3 of their patrol vehicles that they used for operation. Awilo said he was in a shop at 7th Avenue, K Close, Festac, when his wife, who went to church, came back and told him there was a fight going on between the police and Okada riders on the street. And he woke up from this bed to say things from himself. On getting outside to wash his face, he saw 4 Okada riders running into the clothes. He challenged them to go out as Okadas are not allowed into the clothes, but they threatened to stab him to death with a Hausa-made dagger. Luckily for Awido, some other residents of the clothes who had been alerted by the altercations that ensued between him and the commercial motorcyclist joined forces with him to push them away and lock the gate to the clothes. Awido later went out to record what was happening with the aim of posting it on the closed WhatsApp platform to inform others on the development. While doing that, the Okada men swooped on him with slapping and beating using a flat surface plank and prevented him from videoing their clash with the police. Awido recounted, "It was while they were beating me that 23-year-old boys, my then neighbors at 23 Road, saw me and gathered me out of their hands. One of the elderly people told them to check what I was videoing, so they checked my phone and deleted the videos. These people are bad. They do not have respect for the police. Look at how they vandalized the 7th Avenue police post. All the vehicles parked there were destroyed. They burned 3 police vans." There are other accounts of a reason for fight between the police and the Okada men. An eyewitness, Mr. Mustafa Abiola, told The Guardian that the police from Alawasa came to 7th Avenue and impounded some Okadas and took them away in continuation of their raid that the Alawasa task force started last Friday along 2nd Rainbow in Mile 2 axis. Another account by Kunla Ajani has it that the Sunday's raiding was a response to complaints made by some landlords and residents whose frontages are being used as a party ground every Sunday. They said they were being denied free access to their houses. In response to the petitions, the task force visited the area and took away some riders, but daring Okada riders revolted. Some of them, with charms, removed their clothes and started walking towards the police, who responded by using tear gas canisters to disperse them. As the confrontation was going on, other riders at the 711 end of a road had blocked the exit road with locks and used tires such that the policemen who fled on foot could not move their vehicles. It was then they poured fuel on the police vehicles that set them ablaze. One could see the thick ballon of dark smoke from a distance as 3 vehicles were on fire, he said. During the Guardian's visit to the scene in the late afternoon while the unrest was on recess, the carcass of 3 burnt vehicles were seen being scavenged on by unidentified persons who were looking for iron and other sellable parts, while the Okada riders were throwing parties and celebrating their victory over police. Little did they know that the police were also planning something big against them. One of the rioters, Ibrahim Musa, even boasted to the Guardian, "We fought them and burnt their vehicles and destroyed the police station. If you go there, you will see it. Why would the police come to our house and carry our Okada?" But the victory turned into a horror early Tuesday morning at about 3 a.m. while the residents were still rolling from one end of a bed to another. Constant gunshots and clanging of machetes woke them up. It was learned that the police, in the company of some soldiers and area boys, had stormed the area where the Okada's riders slept in their makeshift apartment and dealt a huge blow on them. This one is very sad. I never knew that this was what happened. No, nobody has the right to do this, so they should be dealt with and made to face the law. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of the day.